Hey everyone, welcome to your Gemini reading. It's my pleasure to read for you, as usual. And as you know, you don't have to have any specific or significant Gemini placements in your natal chart for these messages to be for you. And you don't have to be watching at the time that these messages are being posted for it to be for you. If it resonates, then chances are it's for you. And if it doesn't resonate, I would invite you to take a little bit of a back seat, maybe take some time, come back to the message after life has unfolded a little bit and see if you can now recognize the energies that are being presented to you in this video. If you'd like to work more personally with me, intuitive counseling, mentoring, energy healing, divine readings, everything, we've got it. You know exactly where to find me, ding, at my Etsy page. All right, and it's my pleasure to jump right in. Okay, thank you guys. If you haven't had a chance to check out the longer form readings that I've been doing, the monthly readings and the moon readings they tend to be longer, and those are channeled readings as well, but our spirit teachers get to really extrapolate on certain concepts, which you'll notice tend to be the flavor of the moment. And the flavor of the moment this month is about having discernment with a capital D. So let's see if that kind of comes in. Here, boop. All right, it's like let's talk about it, gems. It almost felt like I'm doing this, and then finally I turned this over, and I'm like, there it is. And it's kind of like if I took a snapshot of your hand just not as it was leaving the cookie jar, but after it, like if it's right, it's not right here, but it's more right here, like where you feel you're on the precipice of having just gotten away with the crime or whatever it is. So there's some type of something that you are now emerging from, and you think that you may have gotten away with it. So what's going on here? Let's feel into the specifics about this. It feels very much like a lot of you have definitely come through something. We know that we did just kind of go through a major portal for this year, 2 minutes 22 seconds, and that was on August 8th, popularly referred to as the Lionsgate portal. But we've been out of it for quite some time, so I'm not surprised to see you kind of coming out of something and finding you somewhere, with some distance between it. However, what I am a little bit like, oh, that's interesting to know, is that you're still carrying some type of morphic resonance behind you, where it's like you're kind of putting your guilt out in front of you. So let's say that you have come through this portal, you've released a whole bunch of things. Energetically speaking, in your energy field, those energies may no longer be there, structurally speaking, right? So things have shifted in your field. However, because you have not, and here's your answer to what to do, because you have not created a separation at the intellectual level or the mental level, aka you haven't let it go and put new routines and new beliefs and new patterns of behavior in. Because of that, you still are presenting outwardly as if you're still carrying these energies, and you are therefore sullying yourself a little bit where you keep expecting those energies. So let's dissect that just a little bit more. So let's say you come and you meet your friendly local reader. That's me. Hi, right? And we get in the field, we do some work, and then I'm seeing things that I'm like, oh hey, you're no longer carrying this pattern, this energy signature anymore, so it's actually gone. Great job. You worked yourself through that, and now your spirit is encouraging you to focus on A, B, C, D, E, because you're no longer in this realm or this situation anymore. But lo and behold, it's true, you're not having that, but you haven't updated your conscious mind yet. So here you are walking around corners expecting another shoe to drop. You did something and you look behind you expecting somebody to be there watching you, about to accuse you of something, right? So this is your wake-up call, gems, whoever you guys are. You don't have to be gems at all, Geminis, right? But this is your wake-up call. Your guides are like, hey, they're like, you really need to update your belief system. Go ahead, start putting proper tools in place, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. I would like to invite you, if whoever you are, to start considering some cognitive tools that could help. I was going to say light cognitive tools that could help. This is just a matter of learning a new way of relating to your world, relating to yourself, right? Because otherwise, it's almost like you're perpetuating the same circumstances. You're programming your field to keep giving you what you just came out of, even though it's clear on the inside that you're no longer carrying that nugget or whatever that energy construct was. But by you taking the time to focus yourself and moving as if, acting as if, believing as if, you're effectuating the same thing, where you're keeping yourself stuck in that cycle. But it's even crazier because it's like now you're really just doing it, and it's not that you're being held back energetically by ties and structures and things like that. So if, for example, you are out of a relationship, yay, we're just going to give you that example. You're out of a relationship now, and you come to me and I'm like, oh, hey, I'm seeing some stuff here. We are going to have to do some shifting. We're going to have to do some work around the heart chakra, do some cord cutting. We've got to work on some of those parental stuff. All of, whatever's going on in your energy field, seal some leaks, things like that, activate things, whatever, so that you're no longer being held and tied down following this relationship. And then once we do that, you're going to experience some freedom. You're like, but if you're still in your mind trapped, if you're still moving as if, you're still cowering, you're still looking at your phone because you've set these behavioral patterns in as a result of what you were actually going through, then I hope you can understand why the guides are saying you're no longer having those legitimate things holding you back. So why are you still moving as though you are? It's time to upgrade your system in the mind space. So that's what I'm saying. This is a cognitive approach that could really help you out. You don't need any I just don't feel that you need to do any clearings or this and that. You can talk it out with somebody, you can do something, but you do need to update the way that you move about your space. So stop waiting for the other shoe to drop, because it's not going to happen. And now that I actually look, oh my God, now that I actually look at the cards, because I'm actually looking over there somewhere. And I'm not even looking, I don't know what I'm doing. But my point is, I'm looking at the cards now, and here we have it. We've got the Lover's card, and then we have the Five of Swords. And the way that the Five of Swords is presenting in this energy is like grief, but it's not the Five of Cups grief card. And in fact, you're not, this being is not even looking at you, it's looking that way. You're off to the side crying, and it's kind of like, why? So you're in the Five of Swords, the mental level now. This is not about Five of Cups actually having something there. So it's kind of like, hey, all you need to do is wake up, notice that your surroundings have changed, stand up and walk away. Put some new things in place. And here we have off to the side the Hermit card, which is the single card, right? When I say single, it doesn't have to be about relationships. It just means you're energetically in a space where it's you, right? And so that could be a confirmation of being single, even if you're carrying an idea or some type of resonance in your mind that you're still tied up with someone. I'm looking in the field here and I'm not seeing that. I do see that 4 people watching here, 4 of you are tied up though in the foot region. And for you, yes, you could ask your spirit team to help clear that for you. Of course, you can always come seek us. Me and my spirit team, that's the us. We can assist you with moving that energy, but it's at your foot region. So around the ankles, if I can make a suggestion, go ahead, and when you're taking your showers, make sure that you're setting the intention that as you clean your physical body, you are also moving those energies out of the field, because now they're just stuck there. And so you are perpetuating a feeling of stuckness. But what alarms me the most, to 4 people in particular, what alarms me the most about this is that you are also getting into the mind space where you're talking yourself back into it. It's almost like, oh, well, this person still loves me, or this job is still, there's something you are out of already, but you're still tied to. And you are getting to a point where you're convincing yourself, again, this is that loop-de-loop thinking, and we want to stop it from moving up here into your mind. So we're trying to capture, I want to pull some ropes out there. We want to capture the mind and clear it. This is a mental level thing. So it's time to do the clearing work for you four, whoever you guys are, and the rest of you, the work is already done. You've got to change your behavioral patterns, and so do you, the four peeps. You have to change your behavioral patterns as well. I do get the name Patty coming through. I'm not sure if who that is, if it's male, female, or if it's even a name reference, but just putting that out there for somebody. And I want to also let you guys know that another way, the tips that they were saying is for everybody, just as a general practice for energetic hygiene, just always imagine as you clean your physical body in the shower or the tub that you're also clearing the upper levels of your energetic field, your other energetic bodies, okay? Also, the guides talked about updating the mental space by getting some cognitive tools to assist you with. Some of you, if you could work with a therapist or a coach or, a vetted person, and even vet your therapist and coaches by the way, but somebody who can, or a religious person that you trust and is vetted, make sure that you're working with the right people, because now you're bringing them into your space and into your mind. He who holds the mind holds control, and you have to get your mind back. This is what the guides have been talking about thematically this month, to remind people you're sovereign beings and you're giving your power away, but it's time now to look at where that is and really look, because when you start to look, you start to realize how deep 11 minutes 11 seconds and embedded and even insidious in some ways it is. And the blind eye has been cast, and so people have not been seeing, because if you really knew, you would probably be like, oh no, right? There would be a little bit of panic here. And so the guides are really trying to get through to everybody to get control of your mind. All right, anyway, so reclaim your self, your sovereignty, your awareness, your consciousness, your focus, your attention, all of that. But yeah, so they're talking about that. Another tool that they're asking you guys all to consider, if these messages are here for you, is to start focusing on goals that you would like to attain. But I want you to take a look here. First of all, this card is super cute. But look how this hermit, that's you, you're looking off into the distance over here where there's a lot of light, right? So yeah, have the passion, have the idea that, one day I'm gonna blah, 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 I'm going to blah, 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 whatever it is, I'm going to A, B, C, D, E. And keep that to keep you going through the dark, through the night, right? To keep you going, that one day you'll be out of these circumstances, whatever these circumstances are, or one day I'll be married, one day, whatever. But you need to have more short-term practical goals as well, and to name those goals very specifically. When I say name those goals very specifically, hear me out. I don't mean one day I'm going to have my coaching license, but I'm going to name my goal, and my first goal is going to be look in the newspaper and find, and then the next step I'm not talking about that, although that is helpful as well, because that's literally what will help you to move forward. But I'm talking about looking at legitimately what's in your way. You may say, my first step is to find a coach who can coach me, or find somebody who can point me in the right direction. But how can you find somebody and call that person in, Page of Wands type of energy? How could you call that person in? Look at you with your little wand there already. If you are still blocking yourself with certain things. Of course, you know me, I'm a big proponent of energy healing, and that's not just because that's something I do for my work, because you don't have to work with me to do that. So you can see, I just think you need to get it done, right? If that's for you. But that would be an example. Before I even start trying to reach out to coaches or find this and that, I need to clear my vessel. That may be something that's more short term. You can even say, I would love to find a role model who's exemplifying not only the attainment of what it is that I want, because that's what a lot of people look for. They're like, this person already has the house I want. We're not looking for that. Those are forms. You don't attach to forms. Don't let me get Buddha in here. Don't let me. Just kidding. Buddha's like, what? Okay, it's not about attachment to forms. It's about understanding what is this person that I'm having as a role model embodying at an energetic level. Where's their heart? Can I see their heart? And it's not about them opening an organization or them leading a this or having a YouTube channel or that's form related. Look to how they operate within their space. Because a lot of people are wearing crowns on their head these days, whatever the crown is, but you see them out in the back alley at 2 a.m. shouting at somebody, or, you see what I mean? getting angry and short and writing horrible reviews for the person who served them and their friend at a restaurant because they didn't like the service. So keep that in mind, all right? Gotta go. Mwah.